Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about a major economic update that's got many people panicking. According to the latest report, 75% of middle-class American families are really worried about the income not keeping up with the cost of living. So 3 out of 4 middle-class American families are really concerned right now that their income cannot keep up with the rising cost of living. I want to know, is this the same for you? Are you worried about what we're seeing right now with inflation? The 9.1% inflation that was just recently reported. Are you concerned about that as well? Because another 74% of American consumers are worried about the possibility of a recession. Experts around the world right now and in America are predicting the recession. Right now, they're saying the recession is not a matter of if, but when. So the question for you is, how are you positioning yourself to take advantage or to come out at the top during the recession? How are you preparing yourself against what's about to come? Like I said, it is not a matter of if we're going to see a recession. It's now a matter of when are we going to see the next recession. Some experts are predicting that's going to happen in a few months. In America, we're currently seeing the S&P down by a lot. We're seeing the Dow down by 20 points or more. And we're also seeing the NASDAQ down from the high that we did see earlier on in the year. So the question for you is, that you should be asking yourself, and you don't have to answer this, but just ask this within yourself. How am I preparing to win during this period of inflation? So I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 things that you can do in this video to prepare yourself for the recession, to position yourself to thrive during a recession. And according to this report from CNBC, these 5 things are really simple things, not complicated. Anyone can do them. The average person in America can implement them starting today to position him or herself for success in America right now against this recession. So the first thing I want you to know is, number 1, according to this report, update your resume. Remember, unemployment is something that's almost synonymous with the recession. So when we think about recession, we think about layoffs. It's already happening. So many tech companies have announced layoffs. Some of them are tightening their hiring. Most of them are freezing the hiring. So one thing you really want to do to set yourself up for success during a recession is to go back and look at the skills that you've acquired in the past few years, the past few months, and make sure that you've listed them on your resume. You want to make sure you have a tip-top resume. What credentials do you need to position yourself in a recession-resistant place? What do you need to add to your skill set to make yourself more marketable, more employable? That's what you need to be doing right now. What courses, what credentials do you need to pursue to position yourself to thrive and to be employable, be attractive to employers? So that's what you need to be doing right now. Take a look at your resume, update your resume, modify your resume, and prep your resume so you are in a position to win. Number two is really simple as well. You want to reduce your expenses. Remember, during a recession, employers are taking the jobs like we mentioned, and things are really tight. So you really want to make sure that you are plugging the holes financially. So you want to go back and take a look line by line what expenses you've had in the past few months. If you do not have a budget, if you don't have a budget, you want to make sure you go back and start budgeting. Take a look at your expenses, especially expenses that are considered non-basic, discretionary items. So those discretionary items, you want to go back and make sure that you are looking for ways to cut them off. You shouldn't be taking this for granted right now. You want to make sure that you are taking proactive measures to balance your expenses and to budget to make sure that you are not spending unnecessarily or being wasteful during this period that's about to come. So number three is bulk up your emergency fund. So you gotta have a rainy day fund set aside. You wanna have money for the unexpected. You wanna have money to tackle that emergency that comes up, that creeps up on you when you did not expect it, when you least expect it. Like your medical emergencies. If you live in a home, it could be your air conditioner, your heating system, your toilet goes out. So you want to have money set aside for these emergencies and also to cover your basic living expenses. So the one thing you want to be sure you know is your number. What amount of money does it cost you to live on a monthly basis? And once you find that number out, most experts recommend you have anywhere from 3 to 6 months of your living expenses set aside. And most of the conservative experts recommend that you have 6+ months of expenses during this period of recession. So this all depends. The amount of money you need to have set aside for emergency savings all depends on your financial situation and your household income situation. If you are a single earner in your household, you really have to make sure you are setting aside enough income to help out, as opposed to someone who is just who is in a double income household or a dual income household. And if you are an entrepreneur, or maybe you are in a riskier job like sales or something like that, I'm just giving that as an example, commission-based businesses or career, you want to make sure that you are positioning your family and yourself to win by setting aside at least 6 months of living expenses to cover all of those unforeseens that could pop up as well. So that's your emergency funding. You want to make sure you bulk up your emergency funding. So number four is paying down your debt. This is simple yet complicated for most people. The average American has a credit card debt, mortgage debt, student loans, car loans, medical debt, and whatnot. But here's the deal, right? You want to start from those debt that really have high interest rates. Credit card debt. If you carry a credit card balance from month to month, you really got to pay close attention to this, because most credit card issuers are likely going to be increasing the interest rates, especially as the Fed hikes the rate. So the one thing you really want to do right now is take a look at your debt profile, take a look at your debt, and determine which debt do I need to start paying down, and come up with strategies to tackle the debt. So it's very important. Any debt that doesn't put money in your pocket is bad debt, and you want to tackle that debt. Things like your mortgage, no worries. You can, kind of let those ones slide, as opposed to things like your credit card debt. So you really want to take the wise approach during this period to position yourself for success by paying down those debt, particularly those with the high interest. Last but not the least, number 5. This one gets a lot of people. When there's blood on the street, people are panicking. When people hear about recession, they are panicking. When people take a look at the stock market, they are panicking. Number 5 is stay invested. No matter what happens with the recession, you want to make sure you are putting money aside every month to grow your wealth. The stock market could be crashing, could be correcting, could be down. The one thing you do not want to catch yourself doing is pulling money out of the market due to panic. So you want to make sure you stay invested. You want to make sure you stay grounded and you stay consistent with your investment plan. So if your plan is $100 every week, you want to make sure you stay consistent with that. You do not want to pull the plug because of a recession. Remember, time in the market is better than timing the market. I'm going to say that again. Time in the market is better than timing the market. A recession is not a time to time the market. That's the last thing you want to do during a recession. Instead, you want to keep up with those financial habits that got you to a place of financial stability. So the goal here is to make sure that you are not making the wrong moves, and that you are avoiding wasteful spending, and that you are acquiring new skills, and that you are also taking an overall look at your financial situation and looking for ways to position yourself for success during a recession. If you've got any questions, let us know in the comment section below. If you've got any insights or comments, let us know in the comment section below. If you've got any more ideas on how you are personally preparing for this recession in your household, share with everyone in the comment section below as well. People deserve to know exactly how to position themselves during this period. And if you've gained some insight from this video, be kind enough to give this video a thumbs up and share this video with other people to help empower someone out there today who needs to understand and know how to strategize and how to position him or herself for success during this period of recession or the upcoming recession. Again, it's been nice having this conversation with you, and I hope you took away something of value from this. See you in the next one. Stay safe and keep winning.